Hello, good evening. Well, it's the second live instalment of our Pentart one-day special. And of course, I'm joined by the lovely Julia. Hi, Julia. Hello. So you're going to be showing us loads of techniques with what we can do with these wonderful mediums.
I'm going to do my best.
Yes.
Basically.
We're going to play. And also, please go back to rewind. If you didn't see the 6 o'clock, that would be jolly marvellous. Right, shall we run through the products?
Yeah, absolutely.
So we've got basically a lovely bundle for you, 15 elements, and you've got a really big saving of £19.
Wow.
Okay, so I'll just talk about what we've got in the show. So here we go. We've got our antiquing paint remover, right? So obviously to remove the antiquing paints, and then we have got our primer paste. We've got our media mist sprays in the lovely yellow. And then, what have they called this one? Oh, right, the yellow and red, they have got mica in. If I give them a shake, nice.
The yellow is gold.
Oh, the yellow is gold.
Yeah, and
okay.
the red is bronze.
Marvellous. With just going back to the primer paste, so...
It's actually more of a texture paste.
Interesting, okay.
It dries matte. It looks like it's glossy in the pot, but it dries matte,
yeah.
And it dries raised if you want it to. Okay. Or you can just brush it on and it'll just be a primer.
Oh, wonderful. So it's almost like a two-in-one then. Yeah. And lovely with these misters then. So that's gold.
That's gold.
Yeah. And
that's violet, which is not got mica in it. Okay. And then the red one is the bronze.
Oh, interesting.
There is a little swatch that you've got at the back as well.
This one?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. So actually...
It's a yellow gold.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then actually the bronze in the sort of red then makes it more, I don't know, not quite as red, but more, would you say maybe terracotta on the verge of? Or
maybe, yeah.
Yeah, so that's our lovely little swatch. Then we've got some 3D balls.
3D balls, yes, to give yourself some texture. So you can add that to the primer paste if you want to. Yeah. And give yourself some texture. Or you can pop it into heavy body gel. You can sprinkle it on top of whatever or mix it in, whichever you want. Marvellous.
And then coming down to the bottom, I like this little shelf that we've got. Should we come down to this side? Oh, wait, yeah, okay, fine. We'll come down here then.
Okay, so you've got the chameleon paint. Yeah. So that's, I believe, if I get it the right way around, it's rose on white card, and it's gold on black card.
Have I got a swatch here? Oh, that's fine. We can see it later. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's chameleon means it does two things.
And then we've got mineral powder.
Yeah. So that's like grit.
Yeah.
So it's a proper natural product. It's quite weighty, whereas the 3D balls are very light. So that's going to give you texture as well. So you can mix that into your heavy body gel or into your gesso as well.
Excellent. Then we've got the antiquing paint itself.
Yeah, so you've got 3 different colours in that. You've got like a cream, you've got white, and then I think the other one's called lead. And you use that together with the antiquing solution, which is on the top shelf. Right. And then you can knock it back and see whatever colour's underneath.
Cool. And then, of course, you know I'm going to like this next product. You know me so well. We've got our Galaxy Flakes.
Yeah, so this is a different pink to the one that's in the brights. I've not had this one before, and this one's called Eris Pink.
It's called what, pink?
Eris Pink.
Oh, right.
I think I've got it right.
Yeah, that's just an unusual name.
E-R-I-S. They're all planets, the Galaxy Flakes.
Right,
so they're all planets.
Yeah.
So that then we've got the hobby glue. So the hobby glue is a tacky glue. So then you can sprinkle your Galaxy Flakes on top, and you'll have an idea.
So is it like a different type of glue or
tacky glue?
Tacky glue. Right. Lovely. So. Oh yes, of course, you've got your boards as well. You've got your 25 by 25 centimetre and then 16 by 16 for you to have a little play on.
Yeah, so they're great to, I generally use them as play boards, so I can test my products out on them, and it's like a reference as well as a piece of art.
Yeah.
So in the sample that you've got, which is the big one,
this side,
that one,
how cool is this?
That's got a lot of products that are on the show.
Yeah.
Not just in the one-day special, but you can see in the central area there, you've got the gesso paste through the stencil that's in the next bundle, but then you've got the antiquing paint on top.
Yes.
We've got the rust going all the way around the pathways that is in the next bundle as well. You've got the cracking paste in the next bundle. You've got some flakes. You've got some fine balls in there. You've got the 3D balls. You've got there's the chameleon paint in the top, is it your left-hand corner, that's got through a stencil. I've mixed that with a heavy body gel, because don't forget you can mix your paints with heavy body gel and make the dimensional as well if you want to. And then the little board is one that I did for another show, and that's got in both corners you've got the two gessos. You've got the white gesso and you've got the black gesso. We've got mineral powders mixed in the central area there with a heavy body gel, then either side mixed in with the white gesso and the black gesso. You've got the fine 3D balls in each of the corners, and then the bottom area there has been coloured with the violet mister.
Oh yeah, you can see that, yeah.
So you can mist on top, and then we've got a bit of gilding wax on there as well. So they're great to have, as, like I say, as a piece of art, but also they'll remind you what you can do with things. Yeah,
absolutely. Now everything is going to be dispatched from the 29th of September. So you can spread the cost, 2 payments of £19.97, a whopping £19 saving. 011218 is the item number. Do shop ahead. We've got loads more products on the show, but we thought what we'd do is, you know, so as not to bombard you, it's quite nice to go through each one, show you how they work, and then we'll move on to another set of products. So have a look at hochanda.com. Right, so I'm going to hand straight over to you, Julia.
Okay, so we just, I think to start off, we just revisit some of the things that we've got drying on my board here. Yeah. So this is the larger board that comes in the one-day special, and all I've done is just pop some masking tape down to make some sections for us to play in.
Yeah.
So we've got in here, there's a stencil that's in one of the bundles, which is like, it's like a world map but with bricks, which is, it's really cool stencil, this one. It's a Stamperia stencil, and this is just the gesso paste. Yeah. So you can see that it's not mega raised because the stencil isn't a deep stencil, right. But you can see you've got the brickwork there, and it's dried to a matte, yes. Which is it's different to how the back is, which I just painted it on. In this area here, I don't know if you can see, but there's some texture to it, and that's got the medium 3D powder in it, right. Which is in one of the other bundles. And this is the gesso with the 3D balls that are in the one-day special.
Excellent, love those.
This is heavy body gel, which has got grit in it. So that's a little bit milky at the moment because that's going to take a while to dry. So it'll probably be tomorrow before that is nice and clear. But you can see that the grit's gone in there. Here we've got the crackle paste going on.
I love that.
It's not 100% dry yet. I know it isn't, so I'm not going to stick my finger in it. But I did do a really fine area here. So we've got some real fine crackle going on. Yeah. So if you were to brush it on rather than spatula it on, then you're going to get the thicker areas of the crackles. Yes. And if if you brush it on, it's fine. And if you spatula it on, you're going to get the thicker ones. Yeah. But you do need to put the primer that you get in the second kit on first. A lot of it's actually coming from the other kit, isn't it? This is the Galaxy Flakes that you've got in the one-day special.
Like it.
So this is hobby glue first, then the Galaxy Flakes, and then some of the pouring medium on top, which kind of seals them in and makes it nice and glossy.
Is that still wet?
That's still a little bit wet, yeah. And this area here is one of the other Galaxy Flakes that's on the show, and that's still wet as well. So, but this is dry and this is dry, so we can do something on top of this. Though this is the rust kit that's in the second bundle as well, and I've dry brushed a bit of gold on top. So we'll work on this area here, and because this area is dry, so I can work on this one here. Yeah. I've got a bit of Galaxy Flake that wants to sit in there. So let's see if I can get that off, or if it's stuck. No, that's fine. Right. So we'll use the antiquing paint that we've got in the one-day special, and the antiquing paint remover. Remove a bit of kitchen roll. So we'll start with the one of the lighter colours, which is the white.
Yeah, so you do get all 3 of these in the one-day special.
And we just paint some on top.
Oh, it is quite bright white, yeah.
Yeah. There are lots of different colours. The box that's further down the counter is some of the other colours that we've had on previously.
Does it change colour anyway when it dries, or is it?
No, not really. No, it's pretty much what you see is what you get.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. So we can add a little bit of the other, this kind of, it's almost like a khaki cream.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Yeah, so we can add some of that on top as well, but not everywhere. This is another one of those things, a bit like the rust, where anything really goes.
Yeah.
There's not really a wrong, there's whatever you want it to be. I mean, you can knock it back a certain amount just with using your tissue.
Yeah.
But the thing with the solution is it actually just makes it quicker, and it also, if you were to leave it a little bit longer, it's going to knock it back for you, whereas it would be too dry to do it.
Right. Okay, yeah.
So you can see that brick wall now looks a little bit, because I put the antiquing on it, it's taken it back a little bit further for me and a little bit quicker, and it looks like a proper stone brick wall.
So it's just gone into all those crevices, which is nice.
Yeah. I mean, you can keep on adding colours to it and faffing around and doing different layers. Let's put a little bit more of this one on, actually. This is one of those, like I say, like the rust, it's one of those things where you can just keep going and really build it up.
Yeah.
And if you don't like it, you can knock it right back again.
Nice. Good. So you can have a play.
Yeah, absolutely. You
Very
do need,
effective,
you do
yeah.
need, if we were using the lead on the bottom, say if we had a white base,
Yeah.
and then we painted it with the lead, then we'd knock it back to the white again. So if you want to have it black, you need to have something like the gesso on it,
Right.
to stay black.
Okay.
So this won't stay back. This will be knocked back.
Ah.
Okay.
Right.
But of course, you can just use them as regular paints as well. I will put a little bit of this on just because we haven't used it. So I haven't even opened this one yet.
Lovely. Just while you're opening that, 20% of the one-day special has now gone after 1 live hour.
Wow. Don't need much. Just take it out of here. So this one's called lead. See, it's a greyer black.
Yeah. And then back to the remover.
Yeah, back to the remover.
So basically it doesn't remove it all, it knocks it back.
Just knocks it back,
Yeah.
yeah. However much you want it to.
Yeah.
And there's a definite difference between using the solution and not. See, when
Oh, you
I
mean,
didn't,
so if you just...
if you just knock it back, so I just knocked that back and it only went grey.
Yeah.
It just stayed grey, it just moved. If I knock it back with the solution, it goes back to the black.
Right.
Right, so I'm not going to faff around with that anymore. So you've got the idea.
Yeah.
You know, if that's that, I am going to faff because that's too black for me now.
Oh, okay.
So this is the thing. It's never wrong. You can just keep on adding to it until you're happy. So if I wanted to put more white on top, I could put more white on top. You know, you won't go wrong. You just go different.
Right.
Yeah. Because I don't know what I'm doing. I'm making it up as I go along.
You're funny.
I honestly don't. This is
playing though.
This kind of mixed media is something that is just totally new to me. You know, and should it look like that? Well, it doesn't really matter what it should look like. If you're happy with how it looks, that's how it should look.
That's right. I like that.
That's better. I like that better because that's a little bit lighter.
Fabulous.
Okay,
Thank
so
you,
that's
Julia.
how that kind of is meant to work.
Marvellous. I'm going to go to the next set then, see if that's all right.
Yeah.
So £39.94 for your one-day special, and you've got a lot here, 15 elements. You've got a £19 saving, and you can spread the cost. 2 payments of £19.97, 011218. Right then, so this time you're getting a lovely drawer set to play with. I love this finished sample, it's great. But again, let's go through the products. So we have got the rusting paint set, there you go. And you've also got 3D powder in here.
Yeah, the 3D powder are part of the rust kit.
Right.
So you can mix in the powder into the paints to give the paint some texture, and then that means that it's more rusty.
Yeah.
And you can also dry brush over the top with the gold if you want. It's going to pick up those peaks.
Lovely. And then we've also got next to it, we've got some acrylic paints in the black and the gold. So when at first you look at this, might look yellow, but it'll be gold. So you've got those. And then coming down here, you have got your crackle paint. So you've got one's the primer and one's the actual
Yeah, the white one's
paint.
the primer.
Yeah.
It's a universal primer. And then the blue one is your crackle.
Excellent. And then moving along, we've also got that stencil, which is really cool because it's that wall effect. £36.89 with an £8 saving, 171243. Next then, we have got, now here you're going to get your 2 keepsake books. Right, so this is going to be Julia's next demo, I can see. And then you've also got your lovely metallic paint. Oh, no, some of them, yeah, metal matte. Metal matte?
Yeah, I know, it's really hard to get your head around.
Yeah,
isn't
that's
it?
why I stopped.
They are metallic paints.
Yeah.
But there's like a dark turquoise one, which is more of an enamel paint rather than metallic. But you can see from the swatches what they're like.
So this swatch is on obviously white cardstock. And yeah, they are metallic.
Yeah, but that last one on your left-hand side.
This one?
The one on the swatch
on
your
the swatch,
left
sorry.
hand is
Here.
the enamel one.
Oh yeah, you can see the difference, can't you?
See the difference, yeah.
There you go. So that's on your white card. And then if I hold it the same way.
Quite special actually, that paint.
In what way?
It's just so, you can see all the particles in it. We'll fetch it out in a little while and we'll have a look at it.
Okay.
It's almost glittery because it's obviously got mica in it.
Yeah, and then look at these samples, aren't they fabulous?
Now these samples are from when I did a one-day special in May, so they're not representative of what's on the show except for the fact that they are the books.
Yeah, oh okay.
So,
I love what you've done with them though.
Yeah,
nice.
And they've got 3D balls on them and the gesso, and it's got crackle paste on it, but it was white and then it was painted.
Got you.
So, you know, so there's a familiar kind of feel to it.
Thing going on, lovely. £36.74. Item number is 231252. You can call us on the usual number, or if you don't know it, it's 01733602000, or you can shop online at hochanda.com. Back to you then, Julia.
Right, I thought we'd just mix it up, just because I can.
Yeah.
So I've got a book that's already dry that we're going to work on. But this, we've been working on black, so this is one that I've primed with the white gesso primer, which is I believe it's on the show. We've got the 2 big pots. We've got the big white one and the big black one as a duo. We normally have them, and it's quite special. This paste. It's because it's dimensional. So what we're going to do is we're going to do something we did similar on the board earlier on, but we're going to do it with the white gesso. So we're going to slap some of the white gesso, which is, I mean, look, that's how thick it is.
That is really thick. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lovely and raised.
It won't fall at all. It's tremendous stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. How many gessos can you do that with? How many texture pastes can you do that with? Not many.
No. That's like the meringue test. You've got to hold it over your head.
It is. It's just tremendous. It's fabulous stuff. I absolutely love this texture paste. That's far too much. Put that bit back in again.
And I guess we could put glitter in it.
You can put glitter. Yeah. Your glitter you'll only see. It's going to matte it down. So if you want to use glitter, sprinkle it over the top, or mix it in with the heavy body gel instead. But yeah. You can. It's great. So we're going to mix in the 3D powder, the medium one from the big kit.
And what is that going to make it gritty?
This is going to make it gritty.
Lovely.
Yes. Yeah. It's going to add some texture to it. Fabulous stuff. Nearly knocked them all over. Now, I don't think you'd be able to get them back in the pot if you actually knocked them over.
No, that would be. Oh, people would cry if that happened.
But you're making yourself your own grit paste here. And you're in control as to whether you make black grit paste or white grit paste. Yeah. And of course, you could add, and shall we? Yes, we will. What? We'll add in something else to it. Let's pick, oh, I know. Let's take, where's my, I've got so many here, this one.
Ooh.
We'd add some of this lovely blue. So we'll be colouring it. No, I'll probably end up covering this up anyway. Yeah. But just to show you that you can do it. I always leave these. I've started leaving these gold things on. Yeah. Not gold things, silver things on. And I know it annoys Leonie, but she reckons that they keep better if you leave them on. But it's very messy when you do. Yes. Right. So we're just going to put not a lot, but a little bit of that in, just to give it some colour. Now remember, it's in white, it's not in something that's going to dry clear. So, and we don't want loads in anyway because it'll change the nature of it and make it watery. Look at that colour now. Yeah, it's like the sea. Yeah, it is actually, isn't it? Yeah. On a lovely summer's day. So now we've got a blue grit paste. Fabulous. And isn't that cool, being able to make yourself whatever colour grit paste you want without having to paint it afterwards? Right. Yeah? So we're just going to pop this through, this kind of map of the world, brick, whatever it is, Stamperia stencil that's in the second bundle. And it doesn't matter too much if it's not all mixed in. Just on the front of my book. It's going to look cool. Don't forget, if you don't like it, you can always gesso over the top of it again. Yep. Doesn't matter. See, I've still got some left. That's great. Nice. That looks really good against that white. Yeah. Yeah. Perfect. Okay. Really like that. When that dries, let's get rid of this out of the way. When that dries, it won't be black because it's not that magic. Okay. But this has got texture in it. So this is, I think this is the fine one rather than the medium one. Yeah. But it's definitely got texture in it rather than being nice and flat. Rather than it being flat. So there's various different things that we can do with this, but let's have a play with the decor metal paints that we've got on. I don't know if this is going to work, but we'll just have a little go. That one, we've got 4 of them, and then we've got the one that we've just used as well. So these need a really good stir before you use them, or a shake, because they settle really, really quickly down. Oh, I see. So we use the silver. No, we won't. Let's use. I can't do mine. Let's use this one first. Okay. This is the Oxford Blue. Love this one. I've had this one before, actually. I will say, be careful, and it really is the same thing with most of your products. Just be careful and clean around the top if you can. You get not just this. Sometimes you get the lids that get stuck on, and you can't get them off, and then you can't get to your product, and you've got to throw it away. Yeah. So do be careful and clean around the lids if you can. I'm in a right mess here. Right. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I've got these little sponges that Pentart send me occasionally. So we're going to dip one of those in there. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, it's lush. That's why they call it metal. It looks like metal, doesn't it? Let's get rid of some of it. try not to knock things over and not to be in the way.
Cool.
So we're just going to add some, I think, around the edge here.
Look at that popping.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks so good.
Obviously on white it's going to look totally different, which is quite good actually. No, actually it's not, is it? Because we did a coloured one. If we'd have done a white one, we would have been able to compare tomorrow, but we might be able to do something.
Yeah.
That's around the edge.
Mm-hmm.
Then we'll add some of the silver in the middle, I think.
Just while you're doing that, Julia, we've had a question from Sonia. Hello, Sonia. Who's saying, can you do the same thing with the galaxy flakes that you can with gilding flakes?
No.
Right.
It depends what it is. If you mean stamping, no, because you can't. They're not the sort of flakes where you can use a scoochie and get rid of the excess, and you've got nice fine lines left. You can mix them with your heavy body gel and pop them through a stencil though, and you can sprinkle them on top of heavy body gel that's been through a stencil, so you can do that. You can also add them to self-adhesive sheets.
Oh yes.
As well. So there are some things that you can do that you can still do, yes. But it depends on, I'm not too sure if I've answered your question or if you'd like to email in and elaborate a little bit further.
Yeah, thanks Sonia.
So this is the silver, so just adding some of the silver in the centre there. See
Lovely, yeah.
That's picking up the texture.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, okay. And what we can do, let's just give that a blast. And I can see I've got some big bits there.
I like the stencil as well, it's really cool.
The what, sorry?
The stencil, I like that
is
as well.
really cool. It is really just like a world map with bricks.
Yeah.
And I've never seen anything like that before. Like I say, it's a Stamperia stencil because Pentart work quite closely with Stamperia. They're from the same city.
Right, oh right.
They're both in Budapest. Okay, so what we can do is then take something like this acrylic paint that is in the second bundle. Let's just get rid of those. More washing up for me to do.
I know. That's the only downside, isn't it?
That is the problem with playing actually. I spend so much time washing up because obviously I'm flitting, whereas at home what I tend to do between washing up is I think, right, what do I want to paint black, and I paint everything black that I need to paint black because I don't like washing my paint brushes. So this is from the second bundle.
Okay.
So we don't need very much at all. And we can dry brush over the top.
Oh wow, yes, definitely not very much.
Not very much at all. We might need a little bit more than that actually. It's better to go less, because you can always add more, but you cannot take it away. Of course, there's nothing stopping you from, it's not really showing up unfortunately, there's nothing stopping you from, if you've done it too much, just applying your paint again. Yeah, it's not showing up unfortunately. I don't want to do too much.
Sonia said yes, you answered her question.
Did I?
Yeah.
Oh, that makes a change. Yeah, it's not really showing up. So we'll move on to something else.
Okay. All right, I'll tell you what, I will go down the rest of the counter then. So what have we, do you want me to do this one? Oh, okay, right. So this is the one that Julia started using. So you're getting the 2 books, those lovely little keepsake boxes then we should say. And then you're also getting those metal matte paints, which are glorious colours, aren't they? Again, I'll just show those 2 swatches so you can see them on the black and on the white. And they're really, really pretty. Look at that. They look great. I love them on the black, I have to say. £36.89. £8 saving on this. Very good. 171243 is the item number. Then we move on to our medium mineral powders, and you've also got so you're getting 3 of those, and then you're getting 3 of the fine mineral powders. And I guess that's just going to give you lots of texture.
Yeah, different types of texture, different sizes of texture. You can use them together or separately, whichever you want.
Lovely. So the fine and the medium, £19.94, 408007. And then moving down, we've got the Galaxy Flakes. 2 options. You can go for the dark, which are the top ones, or the bright, which are the bottom ones. Both of these have been really busy. I mean, I love this. In the base, it's interesting because it like, it's sort of got a gel. Oh, you've put a gel in here.
It's the pouring medium.
Ah, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Ah, there.
So you put the hobby glue on first.
Yeah.
Then you sprinkle some flakes in, and then you pour some pouring medium over the top, but not too much at a time.
No, that's lovely. I love that. That's clever. And you've done a little board so you can stencil.
So that's mixed with the glossy heavy body gel.
Yeah. There you are. Lovely. £9.99 for each set of 3. Item number is 635219. Then we've got our modelling paste. This was really busy earlier. Is this what you did with it? The modelling paste?
Yes.
Yeah. So did you pop it in a mould?
Yes, a silicone mould.
Yeah, that's cool. You can make your own lace. How amazing. It's really malleable, isn't it?
Yeah, it's tremendous.
Yeah. So you get 2 150ml pots here. £10.99. We're over a third of the stock gone. 057263 is the item number. Then we come to we've got 3D powder, and then these 2 are 3D balls. So again, it's going to give you really, really nice texture with either of these. £16.96, 214868. And then the pouring glaze, there you go. So that's what went into that. Again, you get a really good sized jar or tub or whatever, I can't think of the word. £12.99, 481148. Do shop online, go to hochanda.com or call us, the number is on screen. Okay, over to you. What do you want to play with now, Julia?
I think we just slap some the modelling paste through a stencil, I think, and then through a mould, and we'll pull some out of a mould as well, so we can have a look at it. Right, so this pot here that I've got is nearly empty, but it's like, you know, that marshmallow fluffy stuff that you can get in a tub? Yeah. I've never had it, but I imagine that this is what this is like. It's got more of a, it's not like whipped cream. It's smoother than whipped cream. But it is really, really cool stuff, cool stuff. So you don't actually, and it's mega light too. You don't actually need to put much in your stencil, actually. Right. I keep on calling it a stencil. It's not a stencil, I know what you mean. A mould. So the thing is that you put it in, and you're almost taking it off again. This is a silicone mould. It is one that I had from Pentart. So it might be one of the ones that Leonie had on when she did a one-day special last month or the month before. Right. So you may well have had it anyway. But you can see that how far it goes. And what I tend to do is I tend to leave it overnight under my bed on the top of a box. So it's nice and flat. It's the only place I can put anything. I've got boxes of card samples under my bed, so that's where they sit. But you can see that this is so lacy and so intricate. I haven't used this particular mould before, so I might be regretting it, because when we take it out, probably tomorrow afternoon. Oh, so you've got to leave it a good 24 hours then? Not 24, it depends on it might be, because it's quite thin most of the places here. So it's like the normal thing, if you were using a stencil rather than a mould, the bigger the area, the longer it's going to take to dry. But a lot of this is very fine. So it'd be interesting to see, it would be really nice to see it come out actually tomorrow. Obviously you can colour this. if you want it. It's quite nice to actually dust mica powder into the mould first, and then when you pull it out, you've got a beautiful pearlescent look to it. But that's all you do, that, you know, to use the paste. And once it's dry, so we'll grab one that's dry, put that right there. I've got a couple that I prepared earlier. This is the lacy one that you'll find that quite often the moulds will go like that, a bit like that, and so you know that it's ready to come out. So just be very careful when you first start it, and this is where you realise that you really ought to tidy your edges up a little bit more. Right. But you can actually just pull it away, you know, to tidy it up. But depending on what you're using it on, you know, 9 times out of 10 you're going to cover it with some gesso or acrylic paint or something else. So, you know, it's not going to really matter that it's not 100% tidy. Yeah. This is a very delicate mould, so you can see I'm just checking that on each junction that I'm nice and, you know, pulling it nice and tight. But that's how easy it comes out. Cool. Look at that. Really easily. It's really pretty. It does look like lace, just lace. They're really pretty, so I'll say that one for tomorrow. But there is a big difference I was showing earlier between, so this one. Wow, look at that. Yeah. 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 Amazing. Okay. So it's that robust, and but this is regular modelling paste. It is Pentart, regular modelling paste, but this is brittle. Right. Okay. So if it says light modelling paste on the pot, that's that one. If it just says modelling paste, it's not going to be as pliable. It's this one. Okay, but we're selling this one. Yeah. Good to know. Yeah. Okay. Because in the world, all modelling pastes aren't equal. That's right. This is the best. Yeah. Okay. Right. So, what should we do next? Should we play with some misters? Yes. Yes. Kate says yes. Okay. So, because we've got the misters in the one-day special, and I'm going to grab my towel, which is nice and coloured already with them. I'm going to move this out of the way so I don't colour that as well. Let's pour it down there for now. Could you mist that while it's wet? Or better to wait till you've pulled it out and it's dry? I would do afterwards. Yeah. Because you don't want to change the structure, exactly, or the chemistry of it. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. You know, yeah. Right. Ignore this. This is Mister here. Okay. And it's been washed goodness knows how many times. Oh, and it won't come out. It won't come out. So just to show you that the misters are fine on fabric. Okay. Great. So the violet doesn't have mica in it, but the other two do. So, so you've got your yellow gold. I think it's just called gold, but we'd call it yellow gold. I know there's a ball bearing in there somewhere, but I can't hear it. Hopefully it's not got stuck up something. No, I can hear it going, I think. I can't. Oh. I can hear the one in here. No, I can't hear. Yeah, there's that one. Oh, you're right, actually, then. Yeah. I thought, we'll soon find out, won't we? Yeah. It's live TV. I don't mind if it goes wrong. Right, so we'll show you the old bubble wrap technique. So, because I haven't done it on this. So you want lots of colour. So this is the bronze. Yeah. And I do tend, once I finish using them, I just wipe the nozzle. I don't do all the flushing out business. What's the flushing out business? Taking it out, running it under the tap. Oh, right. Okay. I've never done that. That's a lot of faff. It is a lot of faff. So it's quite a yellow, isn't it? So that the ball bearings, I think has gone up. I think that's what's happened. Do you want to borrow ours? We could swap it out. We could swap it out, couldn't we? Yeah, because I've only got one of these. Right, okay, a little bit of the gold, and then we'll use this one. Ooh, nice. Yeah, nice rich colour. Then for the bubble wrap technique, all you need to do is just pop your bubble wrap on here. Yeah. Push it down so it's nice and stuck, and then leave it. Oh, leave it on, yes. Leave it on, and so we can look at this at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. But that 8 o'clock? That's the one. I must remember to get in here for 8.
Get here for 7, otherwise you won't.
That's the one. That's on black. That's the same 3 colours on black.
Oh, really different actually.
It's lovely, isn't it? That's the thing, when you've got a mica in a mister or any sort of product, you will see it on black card, but you won't see the you don't see the violet so much. But where the violet's mixed with the gold and the bronze, you still get a tinge on that.
Lovely, thank you.
And then the other way is to do. Let's see. Let's put that on top of that. The other way is the same thing with the embossing folder.
Right.
So we do exactly the same thing, mix this up again. In fact, I'll just do a gold one, not gold, bronze one.
Yeah.
So I've got lots here. And I get my finger every time. And this is one of Mr. Martin's embossing folders. And I've got, that's the deboss side. Yeah. So on the printed side is the emboss. I've just got a piece of kitchen roll.
Yeah. Will it wash off the embossing folder?
Yeah. I'm not too precious anyway. And then you put something heavy on it.
Okay.
Don't know what I'm going to put heavy on it, but you put something heavy on it. Like under a pile of dies or pile of books or something like that. Yeah. And then you leave it. Okay. And so we can look at that one tomorrow as well.
Marvellous.
And then you've got this one.
This one. Oh, this is cool.
That's all 3 colours.
Ooh.
Isn't that nice?
It's gorgeous. Look at this.
But that's not been embossed. That's completely flat.
Yeah.
So you can die cut it, you can stamp on it, you can then emboss it with a different design if you wanted to, and then sand it back.
That's gorgeous.
Because that now has got a white core to it.
Yeah. Amazing. Right then, let's have a look at the one-day special, all the lovely goodies that you get in it. So you've got your antiquing remover, which is here, antiquing paint remover. And then we've got the primer paste. Then we have got our lovely misters. And next you've got the 3D balls. Oh, that's going to annoy me, turn it round. And then coming down, we have got, thank you, the chameleon paste, couldn't see. Next to the mineral powder, followed by the antiquing paints. And then we have also got the galaxy flakes with that lovely glue that goes with it, the hobby glue. And of course you're getting your boards, your wooden boards to have a little play with. Now from memory, 25 by 25 centimetres and 16 by 16 centimetres, and you can have a play with that. Now with the one-day special you have a huge £19 saving. Everything's going to be dispatched from the 29th of September. Because it's coming from Budapest. 011218 is the item number. What do you want to play with now?
I think I'll keep on changing my mind. The trouble is when there's so much on the show, it's very difficult to not change your mind, you know, and do things. Right, so I thought what we'd do is we'd just do a board of galaxy flakes. Okay.
No, yes, please, because I love that.
So we'll take the hobby glue from the one-day special. So this is the smaller board, and I've just covered it with the gesso primer that's in the one-day special. And we're just going to take some hobby glue, and we're going to spread that over with a paintbrush.
I assume you have to wash the brush pretty quick.
You don't want to leave it on there, no. So, but I'm just going to leave it in my. Let's get the name right. Paint Companion, is it called?
Oh, yeah, from Deflecto.
Deflecto. It's a bucket.
His posh bucket.
I know. Sam hates it when I call it. When I call it a bucket.
You know, Katie said it's so much more than a bucket, Julia.
It's brilliant. I've been wanting one for absolutely ages because Lou uses a contraption. Yeah. And I'd seen hers, and as soon as Deflecto had one, I thought, right, I'm having one of them. Yeah. And that paint tray is very good that comes with it too.
There you go.
Yeah. So okay. So normally you'd wait, but we're not going to.
Okay. What do you sort of wait for it to go off?
You want to wait really until it's not white and not like that, but it's Galaxy Flakes, so we're gonna figure out what we're gonna have. Now, obviously, we've got to have some of the Aries pink from the one day special, but
absolutely.
But what other colours would you like me to use?
Oh,
Alex?
can I see that? What's in the box? What's
in the box?
Oh.
I don't think I can use that one because that one's not in the show.
Okay.
But we've got the green.
That's nice.
We've got the bronze.
Yeah.
We've got the lovely Jupiter white.
Yeah.
We've got the yellow, we've got the pink, and we've also got the blue.
Oh,
too many choices.
Can we do 3?
You can do whatever you like. You can put all of them on if you want to.
I'd like the green and the blue.
The green and the blue.
Yeah.
Green, the blue, and the pink.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks.
Sold.
Oh yeah, the green and the blue are both in the dark set that are on the screen. Oh no,
that's in the brights.
Oh, sorry. Yes.
And that's in the dark set.
Ah, cool. Okay.
And then that's in the one day special.
Right.
So you've done really well there. Right. So we're gonna kind of. I think I might actually just put some of the Jupiter white in as well, because that if it's too bright, that'll dull it down. But we'll see how we're going. So let's give us a real mix. So rather than putting them in groups, we'll actually mix them up.
Yes, that sounds good.
Because then as the light catches them, then we'll see the kind of facets of the different colours. Obviously, I've got a bit of glue in my hands, so it's sticking to me. I'm always with Galaxy Flakes. I'm a more is more person rather than a less is more.
Hey, I'm with you on that one.
So we give that a bit of a. That's actually very nice. The green and the pink together.
I thank you.
Yes, I do like that. So I keep on saying that I think it'd be very nice, because when I was over at Pentart, I chose quite a few things for them to send over to me. And I've got a set of trays at home that they gave me that haven't been, I haven't used. And I think it'd be really nice to do this in the bottom of a tray and then put the pouring glaze on top.
Amazing.
And I think that would be really lovely to have.
Do you know what, Julia? You know, you mentioned the Deflecto companion. Somebody's buying it right now.
It's tremendous. It's well worth the money. It really is.
Yeah.
Because you've got three pots there. So I've got all my dirties in there, and I can clean them off there and get them really clean in there.
Lovely.
So yeah, it's really good. And I'm just going to put a little bit of the white, because I like to it kind of brings it back a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's really cool. Jupiter white, yes. Right, let's put the lids on before I knock them over.
Mm-hmm. Oh. And then what sort of things, if you wanted to, of course you leave it as it is, what sort of things when it's dry could you pop over it?
Well, I would always put the pouring glaze on it.
Ah, okay.
And which is what we're going to do.
Fair enough.
Because there will be some that aren't set or aren't glued, but it just stops them because some of them have got a little bit raised or whatever. So I would first of all I would pour and then move it around with my.
Look at that.
With my brush.
I like that consistency.
Yeah. So obviously you're going to disturb some of them, and it will self-level. So you want to do it, if you've got little bubbles, you can just kind of
pop them.
Pop them with a pokey tool or something. But just be careful that you don't put too much on. Yeah. Because obviously this will fall off the edge if you're not careful. Mm. But actually it's staying quite nicely. This is where I get carried away and put far too much on. Mm-hmm. But that's that. So this is exactly the same thing as I did in the bottom of that tub. Yeah. And like I could say, I think it would be tremendous in a tray. So I would really like, if any of Pentart are watching, I would really like that to be a project, please, because I think that would be so useful, you know. But yeah, you can faff around. You can, you know, and if you're not happy before it's set, if it's not happy, you can drop some more of the flakes in. The hobby glue just helps it to begin with. Yeah. But obviously, it's gonna sit in the glaze nicely. I can faff around like this for ages. So tomorrow, some of it will still be milky, but some of it will be nice and shiny. How many more Deflecto bits have we sold?
Oh, yeah, that's so funny.
Let's put those back in. See, they're sticking to my fingers now because I've got hobby glue on my fingers. That's how tacky it is.
Busy for the pouring glaze. Quarter of the stock has gone.
Yeah, it's really useful. It's the sort of thing you don't want to run out of.
Yeah.
I mean, you can just brush it on, but obviously because we've got the flakes on,
Yeah.
it's a little bit more difficult. I mean, you could suspend some of the 3D balls in the pouring glaze as well. But if you want a nice smooth finish, you obviously just don't want anything two-dimensional.
And will that have been dried by tomorrow morning?
I think certainly the outsides of it will.
Yeah.
But we'll be nearly there, I think, by tea time. It should be quite nice to see, won't it?
All of the finished product, all of the finished articles. That would be great.
Yeah. So cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
We will also discover whether this is flat surface or not.
I mean, it kind of looks really cool with it being wet because, I don't know, it looks quite mystical.
Yeah.
When you look from the overhead.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just you don't get the full effect of the flakes until it's dry because of the fact that it's a little bit milky. It's like if you mix them in the heavy body gel as well. You don't get the full effect until it's dry. So we're going to just leave it like that and see what it looks like in the morning, and we might need to add some more pouring glaze onto it if it's too bumpy. But you know, I'm not looking for a smooth finish. I'm just looking for something that's encased, and I could faff over putting more in and moving stuff around, and yeah. It's great. Actually, what would be really nice it would be if you've got a mobile. You know, and you can have, say, MDF stars, perhaps, and do both sides of them and have them...
that sounds... And planets.
Yeah.
What a nice one. Because if you were to do this onto cardstock, will you be able to die cut it?
I wouldn't have thought so.
No.
I wouldn't have thought so. I think it'd be too thick.
Right.
But certainly...
Is that because of the pouring glaze, or...?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, I think that the flakes are a little bit too, because of the plastic. It'd be like acetate. I don't think that they'd cut. But like Lynette had the stars on yesterday.
I missed it. Unfortunately.
Yeah, well, she had stars on yesterday, so they'd be perfect for that sort of thing.
Wonderful. Yeah. That looks gorgeous.
Yeah,
I can't
very
wait
sticky
to
now.
See. Bless you. I cannot wait to see until that's, you know, when it's dry.
You'll see it tomorrow, won't you? Because you're in.
I'm still here. I'm still day 4 of 7. I'm still here. Nice. Right, we've got 2 minutes. Do you want to do something, or do you want me to do numbers?
I think I'll get you to do numbers if that's all right.
Katie said you've let her down.
Have I? Oh, I'm sorry, Katie. Do you want me to slap something through a stencil?
No, she's joking. She's just winding you up.
I absolutely can.
Right then, coming back to the one-day special, let's run through these mediums that we've got here. So, the wonderful Galaxy Flakes. There they are. I just love these. They're so pretty, that colour, the Eris. Then you have got the primer paste. Gesso, which is black. Then you've got your 3 colours of your mists. Should we give them a shake? Can't hear this ball bearing either.
Yeah, I don't know what's happened to my ball bearing.
Nope. What's happening to them? Come on, yellows. Yours will be fine when you get them home. But anyway, you can see that lovely mica, sorry.
It's a beautiful colour.
Isn't it? It's lovely. Then you've got your violet, so that one doesn't have the mica in. And then this one is the bronze. Yeah,
hear that one.
Hear that one. Look, it's gorgeous. Also then we've got our 3D balls. Really good fun, these. When I first saw them, this is, I mean, you know, they've been out a while, but when I first saw them, I was like, what do you do with that? But now I just think they're so cool.
Yeah, I mean, Leonie, when she does the Le Blanche shows, and when she does Pentart shows, she just goes in there with a heavy body gel and just adds them around her rice paper pictures and all sorts, and they look tremendous.
They do.
I mean, I tend to mix them with the gesso, so you don't actually see the colour of them, but they look good in their natural form as well.
Yeah, nice. And then coming down to the bottom then, we've got our chameleon paint, then we've got our mineral powder. You've got the 3 antiquing paints. What colours were they again, sorry, Julia?
You've got a white, you've got lead, and the other one is
kind of like a khaki colour.
Cream green.
Oh, right, nice. And then you've got the antiquing paint remover, which obviously goes together brilliantly, plus the hobby glue, which goes with our lovely galaxy flakes. Oh, and the boards. Keep forgetting the boards. So you get your 25 by 25 centimetres and your 16 by 16 centimetres. Everything's going to be dispatched from the 29th of September. It's £39.94 with a £19 saving, or 2 payments of £19.97, 011 218. Again, you can call us on 01733602000 or check out online at hochanda.com. Right, thank you, Julia.
Thank you. I'll see you tomorrow at 8.
At 8. Make sure you get here for 7. Yes, that's lovely stuff. Right, we're going back to ink school now with our lovely Paola. You're going to learn absolutely loads.